will work. Hopefully you can see him. Okay, so we're concluding his 46th week of life, and we had a little bit of a whoopsie this week, but I'll get to that. So for his weight, I do accurately have him at 70 pounds right now, which might be a little less, but I think that's because he's lost weight, and I have a reason for that, and I'll get to that later. So for the height, still 23 inches at the shoulder. And for training, I haven't done any training this week. As I've said before, at this point I'm not really teaching him anything new. It's just enforcing good behavior and good manners at home. So nothing much to report there. Anyway, this is going to be the longest category, so for extra information, Mr. Ajax here caught a tick disease. He is on flea and tick preventative, but apparently this didn't help. So, like I said, I stopped taking him on that trail where all the ticks were, but I did notice earlier this week when I was cleaning out his ears, I pulled his ear up and then there was like a tick right here, and I was like, great, I didn't even see that. It was already dead, it was exsanguinated, it was flat. So I'm thinking that's the tick that did it, because it was totally flat, so whatever infectious material it had would have been transferred to Ajax. So I noticed yesterday morning, when I got up in the morning, I get ready for work and then I take out Ajax so he can go to the bathroom and play around a little bit, have food. Right when I opened his crate, he was laying down, which he does sometimes, but usually he comes charging right out of the crate and he's just like zooming around everywhere and he's really hyper. He wasn't. He just got out and then he tried to stretch. Normally he stretches, down the front and then his back legs. He didn't do that. He tried, but he couldn't do it. And I was like, this is odd. So I took him outside, and he was very slow to go outside. And he went outside, and it looked like he was about to kind of like squat to go to the bathroom. And then he jumped back up, and then he just lay down. He's like, I can't do it. I said, okay, something's wrong. So I called the vet and made an appointment, and my parents took him because I needed to go to work, unfortunately. I could not have skipped yesterday. So my parents took him to the vet. They looked around, they felt him all over, checked his joints, checked his intestines because he did eat one of his toys. So we thought it might have been a blockage. No blockage. But while I was at work, I started to think to myself, he did have that tick in his ear. He might have Lyme disease. So I called my parents back after they finished the appointment, and they basically told me they found nothing. And I asked, did they do blood work? Because they could test for Lyme disease if they did blood work. And they said no, they didn't really insist on it. So it's just, I kind of left it at that. I was like, all right, if they felt like they didn't need to test for it, then maybe I'm wrong. So I got home, and apparently my parents had taken him back to the vet because he wasn't getting any better. He would be laying down, and all of a sudden he'd yelp because he's in pain. He couldn't move. He was just an obvious, he couldn't put his head down to eat. He couldn't hardly go to the bathroom, so they took him back, had him tested, and yes, he does have a tick disease, but they did not say it was Lyme disease, so it's just some sort of a tick disease that attacks his joints. His elbows are pretty swollen, but he's on 2 antibiotics, and he's on 1 pain medication, and he's on a high-fiber food to move the toy through his digestive system, which we're seeing pieces of it now, so. And in addition to that, he chewed up a remote control this week. That was tasty, huh? And my parents checked and they're able to put all the pieces together so he didn't ingest any of it, thankfully. But as you can tell, he's still a little bit low energy, but he's much better today. He actually ran around in the backyard, he played with Callie. He's doing much better now, so that's a relief. I was freaking out quite a bit yesterday. I mean, he was so low energy. All he did was just lay down and sleep all day, which on a normal day I would be very thankful for, but the fact that they're sick and in pain, you don't like seeing that. But he's eating his food eagerly. I just hide his pain pills in it and he doesn't even notice. So he's doing much better today, for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much all that's been going on this week. I've been so busy at work, and then with Ajax's disease, I did not get a chance to make another video. I apologize. It's really nice this weekend, so I want to say that I can make an extra video, but I feel like I'm just going to be outside most of the time. And it's Mother's Day tomorrow, so I'm not so sure. But I think I will be getting a bark box this week, and I will try and do one like I did last time, where I filmed it one night during the week, so I could upload it during the week between the update videos. So I'll see if I can do that at the very least. But other than that, there's not really much else to update you guys on. Basically the highlights of this week was he caught a tick disease, and we're getting him through it, and that's about that.
Yes, and he's so sleepy. Are you a sleepy boy?
He's so tired. I'm not going to make him give me a high five because his joints are really sore. So yeah, he's got really swollen elbows. So sorry this video wasn't very long, but there was really nothing to update you guys on other than the tick disease. So I guess a good PSA is make sure to watch your dogs, check them for ticks. I check his ears all the time now. Every time we go out, I check his ears for ticks now. But yeah, so hopefully next week will be a little less sad and a little more exciting. But no, he's doing much better now. So we will see you guys maybe in the middle of this week if we get the bark box this week. Otherwise, we will see you for his next update video. Bye! Ajax.